tasks, and then you guys will finish it, okay? Because I'm not going to do all of it with you. I'm going to tell you very important things. In order to expedite the process of typing, if you guys go right click on that file and change it to select, right click, change it to select, right? Select, click on select. Now you can select any of these, right click on them and copy them. So you have this open, select, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste from this PDF file into the Microsoft project so you don't have to type. Another way we've done in the past, guys, is you can copy all of them, edit, copy all of them, paste them in a Microsoft, in a Word document, then you have everything copied and you just start copying and pasting into Microsoft Project. You can't take this one directly to Microsoft Project, which I don't want you to do that. So to expedite the process of typing, instead of typing commercial project takes you forever, copy that, you drop it exactly where I'll show you to drop it. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, in terms of logistics? Okay. Now let's look at, guys, Microsoft Project. The way Microsoft Project works is you divide the project into tasks. These are the most important tasks. In order to manage a project, guys, you have to divide it into tasks. You know, design and build a 15,000 square foot commercial building is a huge topic, a huge project. So what you do, you divide it into tasks. That's the most important thing. Then the tasks, Tony, are assigned resources, human and others, human resources, people to do the tasks, and resources like material and what's not. So you have a task, you assign a resource to the task, human resources and others, and then a duration, so you can judge it. It's not enough to say, I want you to finish it. I have to put a deadline on you. That's how you keep the process on track. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Understand that one? Cool. All right, so the way we start, so the project is going to be divided into tasks. We divide the tasks into categories. All the tasks, can you guys see the task here? So here's my project. The first task for my project is going to be meet with the owner. Hey, Mr. Owner. This is called schematic design. The stage for this is called schematic design. The project engineer, typically, when I go to, that would be my job when I go to BKV. I will meet with the owner and say, you guys remember that sheet that I gave you at the beginning that says whether receptacle is going to be coming? That's what you try to get out of this owner. Schematic design. Tell us what you want to do. What size of the building? So meeting with the owner, get information about that building that you build from the owner. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? As much info and come up with a narrative. Then right underneath it, guys, meet with the electrical utilities. Send your project manager. Anybody knows why we care about the electrical utilities? You're building a building in the middle of nowhere. Do we have power? You were in there. Do we have power? Or if we don't, how much would it cost us to bring power to the building? If you live in the cities, it's not a big deal, but there are certain areas, guys, it might cost you $500,000 just to pull a transmission line to where you're going to build your data center. You would hope, as an engineer, you know that ahead of time. Now, oops, we didn't know that we have a transmission line there. We're screwed up. So meet with the utilities. And when I say utility, meet with the utilities, guys, either you coordinate with them over the phone or typically you have a meeting and discuss the site with them. Okay, after you meet with these two, again, you could meet with other people, but at least those two people, then you come up with what we call design sketch or schematic design. One-line diagram. What Chad goes and meet any one of you guys when you're a project manager, come up with, say, they want to build a building and they want a couple of panels here and a generator, blah, blah, blah. On a napkin, when you're sitting eating lunch with them, you sketch a riser that shows all the panels and how they connected together. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, for this? That's your so-called schematic design done by the project manager. Each one of them, guys, so if you go to the right, each one of them is assigned a duration. Can you guys see that bottom? A start and an end and a resource. The guy who's going to doing it is Matt and John here. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? The task is assigned a duration 4 hours. Start in Monday 12/7/09. Finish in Monday 12/7/09 is just a 4 hour. And the one who's going to meet it is the Matt and John. Now, in your case, all of these resources will be who? You. You guys are going to be the resources for meeting and what's not. Okay? Cool? All right, gentlemen, we're done with that one. So now, what's the schematic, the top one? What is that? This is the category of all these tasks. So meeting with owner, meeting with detail, design, I put them under one category, schematic design. So when I'm done with them, John, when I'm done with them, I'm done with my schematic design. Can I have thumbs up, chat? Schematic design is done under these tasks. Now, Gary, could be other tasks under schematic design? Yes. If there are more tasks, what do? Just add them. Cool? Okay. All right. Now let's go to now design development. We finished the schematic design. I come as a project manager to you guys. You're working for me. I said, okay, we're going to put a team of drafters and designers to work on this project. Now you got into the CAD and the Revit business here. Okay, you put a team of drafters and designers, guys, and we start working on the project. So for us, you guys are doing your team, and we put the task, for example, introduction and Revit MEP setup E1 through E10. By the way, does this look exactly like the schedule that I gave you guys at the beginning, right here? That schedule, remember that schedule? You're going to grab that and make sure it's built in here. This is, I would say, what you see right now is 90% right, but remember, this is from years before. The one that you're going to be using is this one. So can I get you guys to understand this design development? As you write them, please look at this too. Everybody's good? So, okay. So that's, now let's look at the first one, introduction and Revit MEP. We did introduction of the project. It took us 4.5, use the days here, 4.5 hours, and it started from Tuesday until Monday. And then Hallberg came. Well, Hallberg didn't come the first week, guys. So for you, it's going to change it. Hallberg came, and it took half a day or 4 hours. You can put days or 4 hours. Feel free to use these days for the design because they're similar. We're going to spend, guys, close to 60 days of design on this project when you look at the whole thing. Okay, so these are all the tasks from introduction into all the speakers and discussions, all the way down to a presentation. Can you guys see that? Project presentation. Can I get you guys to understand that you're looking at this schedule? You're going to build it in there. So as you copy these and paste them, just look at the schedule, the daily schedule that we have, make sure it matches. If it doesn't, this rules. Am I making sense? Yes? No? Okay. All right, so that's your design development. Construction. Now we move from the design development, guys, into construction phase. Now, for the design development, look at the resources. The resources is you. You're the only one who's going to be doing this. And there are certain tasks. Can you guys see they're linked? Look at the linking. When you link a task, linking, for example, can we work on Revit powered before we do setup for Revit? They're linking, guys. It's called start to end linking. Can you guys see that? Is I started this task, I finished this task, and then I started this task. I finished this task, started this task. If you're the only person working on a project, that's the only way you can do it. So you start a task, finish it, you move to a different task. That's what I would like you guys. That start or end to start. That's how you do. You finish a task, start another. Finish a task, start another. Finish a task. What's the other alternative? The other alternative, if you have more resources, you can have start to start. You can start two tasks at the same time, right here. They both start right here at the same time. So I would put Chad on this task, and I would put Steve on this task. Two people, two different starts, start at the same time. They might finish at the same time or not. So in this case, the design development, guys, you're starting and first finish the task, then move on. Okay. Now let's go to the construction. I'm going to go all the way to the construction, guy. Under construction, now we finish. I skipped the bidding process. There's a bidding process when you finish, guys. You have your blueprints and specification ready, done. Now we bid it. Well, if this is design build, so we're not bidding it. So we're going to start the construction. The construction typically is divided into a few phases. Okay, the first phase is rough-in inspection, installation, final inspection. 4 phases for your construction, typical. Again, it could be more or less, typical. First, you do rough. Do you guys know what rough-in is? They put the conduits and boxes, rough them in, and pull the wires. They leave the devices. And then later on, they come in after the sheetrock and paint and blah, blah, blah. They come and put the devices and the lights and what's not. Okay, rough-in. And then after you do roughing, you call the inspector, say, hey, we finished roughing. Come and look at the cables and the installation. Check, done. Then go to the next station. We wait a couple of months. Sheetrock, paint, everything's good. Now we're gonna go put our devices. Bam, bam, bam. Put the devices. We're done. Call the inspector. Come, we're final. Give us final inspection. Walk in, final inspection done. Am I making sense? That's a process of your construction. Then final inspection is here. Then the last thing is, I call it deliver finished project. When you're done with inspection is done, you go meet with the owner. You and the owner or the engineers walk around, check everything is good, good. Write us a check. We finished the work for you. Am I making sense, guys, with this project, from designing the project, meeting the owner, all the way to getting our last check? And again, the process is much more detailed than that one, guys, but that's the bare minimum I would like you to fit. This schedule, John, will fit into an overall construction schedule for the whole building. And overall, remember, we're just a discipline. We're mechanical and structural and masonry, and all these guys have all schedules, and their schedule will fit into, this schedule will fit into the construction schedule. This is only 10% of the big pie that's called construction. That's us. What happened to the 90%? General contractor will be in charge of this. So my schedule must fit. And you know what the general contractor cares about? It cares about start and finish of you. He gave you a slot of time. You have to start and finish within this slot of time every week. You can't go more or less, because if you go more, guess what? You screwed up the mechanical contractor. If you go less than the time, that's fine. You finished ahead of time, you go home. But if you extend, if they give you 1 week to finish the rough end, and you took 2 weeks, guess what? The mechanical contractor is behind a week. They'll be mad at you. So this schedule that we do here, guys, have to fit in the overall schedule of the construction. Otherwise, general contractor, project managers, and everybody else have to meet weekly and follow, make sure that we're following our slots. Can I have thumbs up, Chad, about the overall? Good? Yes. 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 Absolutely. Every discipline have, with this is for task assigned resources. And when we do estimation, guys, we assign resources. Copper, we know, like Hunt and Egan, they would know how much copper they have used every month on this particular project, or even sometimes they can go all the way to a week. And if they're ahead or behind, they can tell you. They don't want to be surprised. And money, especially money, weekly, they know how much money they spend on the project, everything. So they know they're above or below. And if they're way above, they got to do something. And they will tell you, when you guys are going to do a lot of field trips, and you go talk to a project manager from Hunt and Parsons and Egan, and they will tell you there are projects where a quarter through the project they replace the project manager, the superintendent there. A lot of people, the soup, and all those guys replace them because the project is not on track. So they have, this is the plan. This is, guys, the plan here. And then they keep monitoring how are they doing, right? And they have to fluctuate around the plan. If they're going right here, you gotta drop this task and I went all the way down closer. And it might be firing the project manager on this project. He's not doing his job, or she. Cool? But this is your plan, what we're gonna do. You keep track of it as you go. And they do have 2 Gantt charts, guys. One the plan and one the actual. And they put them at the top of each other, and you can tell the resources and time. Are we on charge? Yep, we're good. That's how you manage a project. You can't just wait until the end of the project. Oops, we're $2 million in the hole. Okay, so let's everybody understand the gravity of this. Okay, now let's go and start it. So let me erase this stuff. I'm going to start it and you guys going to finish it. I'm going to start it with you. Assume that you guys don't know. You probably know. I know it enough to use it. I'm not an expert by any means on that. So to start, I would like you guys to go right here. Click on this. Everybody's there. All programs, right? All programs. And go to Microsoft Project. It might be under M, J, Microsoft Project, and Microsoft Office, I mean. And you can have, and you guys have Microsoft Project. Everybody can see that? All programs. Everybody else is there? Did you guys start already? Good grief. Oh,
I hate doing this, so I want to get it done.
oh. Okay.
How do you insert the deliverables?
Give me a second here. Give me a second. You're ahead of me, man. I didn't even start yet. We're good, Jay? You found it? Okay, go fire the project. Here's the Microsoft project. Click on it. Now you're starting a new Microsoft project. Okay, do you guys have a new Microsoft project? Okay. So when you start here, go to project information. Project information. So this will give you the start date of the project. The start date of our project, guys, let's set a start date. Let's assume, when did we start the semester? We started the semester in 8/18. Now remember, we should have met with the customers before that, before we start the development. So I'm gonna go and start the meeting with the customer 8/18. Did you guys do it? Microsoft project goes.
Project tab, and it's right there on the left, project information.
Did you guys get it? Project information. Let's go start, guys. The 11th, September 11th, because we need to meet with not September, August 11th. August 11th. That's our start date. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. Project start date, set status, everything standard. Take the standard. This is what we just set the start date of the project. Cool. Okay, good. All right. The second thing I would like you guys to do, under task, let's say commercial project. Now remember, this is where you start copy and paste. Remember, you go up here if you don't want to type like Chad Lazy. You just come here, copy, paste, minimize, and go here, right click and paste it. Okay, here's my commercial project. Cool. This is the first thing you're going to do, commercial project. Okay, now let's go to the second task. Come here, schematic design. I need schematic design. Copy it. Go here, and right underneath it, I have my first task, which is schematic design. Make sense? Okay. Now, schematic design. Did you guys do that? Okay, now the third one. Now remember, these are the commercial project. This is the phase. I need to the task. This is where I start working. Task. Under task, meet with owner, copy, go to a meeting with owner. Here's my first task. I'm going to meet with the owner. Okay? Everybody's good with that? Okay, now remember, do you guys have these three first in this order? Yes? Just three of them. And go to tasks, please. When you get to the three, go to the tasks. See where it says tasks here? There's something called indent task. Jay? Huh? Do you guys have these three things in? Well, okay. Let's go to the following. I need the meeting to be under the schematic design. So can you guys see what it says indent here? Click indent. Now can you guys see now? Now you put the meeting under the phase of what? Schematic design. Click on schematic design and indent it. Now you have a commercial project. Phase 1 is schematic design. Task 1 is meet with the owner. Did you guys do that? Okay. Now, what was the allocation for meeting with the owner? How much did I allocate? I have meeting with the owner. I allocate 4 hours. Can you guys see 4 hours here? So meeting with the owner, put 4 and H. 4H is 4 hours, and it will. Here's your 4H, and that will be 4 hours. I need to start my task. What's your start task, will ya? I want to start my task on the 11th, August 11th. So I have 4 hours. I started the first task on August 11th. The first task is August 11th. Everybody's okay with that? So I put the first task. And you put August 11, assign a 4 hour. The way you assign 4 hours, Jay, is just put 4 and H. If you put 4 and D days, 4H, 4 hours, 4D, 4 days. That's how they put the, and then everything will schedule it. Okay, double click on the task, guys. Double click on the task itself, and I need resources. Double click on the task. Do you see where it says resources? Click on resources. Right under resources here, let's say Chad, your name, Chad, yours, Kurdi. That's my resource for this. I'm assigning 100% for the, he's going to work 100%. Resource, Chad is going to meet with the owner 100% of the time. Now, if you want him, if you want another guy with you, you just put the task, another person. You type here, I don't know, whatever, all your names. For this time, I only one task. And hit OK. Can you guys see where it's assigned Chad here to the task? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Cool. If you double click on meet owner and you go to resources, yeah, it defaults to 100%. That's why, Peter, Patrick, that's why you come here, look at, and you right click and you copy it. And is it spelled wrong?
No.
Okay, now go get the second task, will ya? Type the second task underneath it. Okay. Now, what was how much did we allocate for meeting with the utility?
2 hours.
2 hours. Now, again, these are, do you guys have to do that one? That could be more or less. So we're going to go and assign a 2 hour, put 2. I think if you put 2, no, 2 default to 2 days. You have to do 2H to default to 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. Now, I need to link. When you guys are done with 2 hours, give me a thumbs up, Chad. Okay. I would like you guys to link them. Can you guys see where it says here, it's manual? Click on that. Do you guys see that task mode? If you click in it, it's manual. Put auto scheduling. And click on these to make it auto scheduling. When you click in auto scheduling means take into consideration what happened before that task. Okay, they're all auto scheduling. This little task mode, it was on manual. Make it auto. And the second underneath it, make it auto. Then I'm going to link. Look what linking is. Linking, meaning, do you want to meet, right now, guys, I am meeting with the owner as well as with the owner and with the utility at the same time. That doesn't happen. Start at the same time. That wouldn't happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to link it. When you link it, it will first start with the utility. When you're done with the owner, when you start with the owner, when you're done with the owner, it gives you to the meeting with the utility. Here's how we do it. Grab, this is like Excel, guys. Click on the first one, shift, hold the shift button, and click on the last one. So group select. Are you guys in group select? Okay, do you see that little chain here? Can you guys see that little chain? Okay, now if you know, select them, link the task, you click on the chain. If you unlink them, split the task, link the task. I would like you to link them. I would like you guys to watch what happened here when you link them though. Okay, what happened when you link them? Click on link them. Okay, can you guys see what happened to this task? Got shifted to the end. So, can you guys see that? I met with the utility. I'm done. Now I'm going to go meet with the owner. Now they're linked. Yep. Absolutely. You don't have to do that. Oops, okay. All right. So everybody's good with that? Now, gentlemen, now if you minimize this, how many days do I need for the schematic right now? The bolded ones, Jay, drove me nuts. Anything bolded, you cannot change it. It's calculated. Do you guys see it? Anything bolded here is calculated. The only thing that you can change is the thing that's not bolded. Okay, the duration and the time. If you see anything bolded here, you can't change that one. You have to change the tasks, basically. Okay. Do we have another thing also after? Oh, schematic design. I'm going to put the last one, guys. Right click, copy it. the last task, import it, paste it. How long do I want to do the sketch? Is it 2 hours? 2 hours. So you put 2 hours. I'm putting 2 hours, and I'm gonna remember it comes as manual. Make it auto scheduling and link it. Make sure it's linked. Now, right now it's not linked. So link it to the task above it. Link it to the task above it. And look what happened. Now these two, I meet with the owner, done. Go meet with the utility, done. Go do the schematic design, done. Okay, so this is the first phase of the project, schematic design. The first phase of the project. Huh?
Design sketch to which one? Just the utilities or?
Link it. Well, if you link, now remember all this link up to the meeting with the utilities link. Now, if you link the design schematic with the meeting with the utility, what's going to happen, guys? Yeah, they will all be linked.
So it automatically changes the days.
Yes, it will adjust the days based on the hours that you put.
So do I want to do that or?
Yeah, you want to link them. All have to be linked.
We have to select all and then link them.
Well, if
Time?
no, if you these are now everything is linked, right? See, if I want to add another task here, all what you have to do now, that task, select that task and the task above it and link it.
Oh, it'll link with everything.
Yes. Did you guys hear me? Since everything is linked so far, because it's linked, right? If you add a task, all what you have to do after you add the task, link it to the one before it. Okay? Okay. One more thing, guys, deliverable. After every task, I need to put a deliverable. What is the outcome of these tasks? I like to put deliverable. When you're done with the schematic design, what are you going to be? How do you know you're done? I know I'm done if I have a schematic, so my people can start the design development. So create a column. Right click on this column, please, and right click. Click on this column. Can you see that? Right click, insert a column, and it will create a column right here for you. Did you guys see that? Name the column. Please call it deliverable right here. Copy. If you don't want to type like Chad, come over here. Call this is deliverable. Okay, so deliverable. Oops, what am I doing here?
For some reason it says deliverable finish, just erase finish.
Erase finish.
Click, highlight it, just erase finish.
Yeah. Were you guys able to do deliverable?
Yeah.
The little arrows, these guys.
Because there's 4 deliverable things, it automatically puts the thing in there.
Click those and arrow up and down.
Yeah. Just erase the column and then try it again. Doesn't work.
Deliverable? Did it work for you? No? Okay. When you inserted it, okay. The ones that work, guys, I'll be with you in a second. Now for this stage, the deliverable right here, guys, I would like it to be design sketch right here next to the design development. That's my deliverable. So come over here right next to this phase and paste my deliverable. When I'm done with this, I would like to have a design sketch. Let me go see what happened to you. The second stage, guys, instead of doing, this is already linked, right? Now remember, you have to put the task for each one of them. So what you can do is you can click on the first one, the last one, copy, where's my copy? Copy, tasks, come at the end here, come right here and right click and paste tasks. And it will give you another identical copy to, well, I don't want the commercial projects. So if I don't want this, see, I made a mistake on that. if I want to copy another phase, now remember, after schematic design is design development, right? So if I want to copy and paste, so it expedite the process, right click on this one. Where's my delete task? Delete task, yep, delete it. Oops, delete it. I wanted actually to copy this one, not the whole thing. See that one? And right click, copy it, right click, paste it. So here's another task for you. So now I can come over here. What was the name of that task? Design development, right here. I can come to design development. It might come handy, I don't know. Come here, here's my design development, and make sure you start with the tasks. And then,
What you have to put in the 4 hours and then.
it might expedite. Look at the first task on this, under this category, as this guy. So I can come here and paste it right to the top of, at the top of this task. This is my introduction. Then you have to pay attention. What was it? How many hours are this task? It might, 6 of one, half dozen of another. 4.5 days. So I have to put 4.5. 4.5, it defaults to days. Okay? And you keep going. Does that make sense, guys? Schematic. Now look at these schematics. I need this schematic. Can you guys see oh, I didn't change the name here. I did change it, didn't I? Design. I thought I did design development. Did I change it to design development? I thought I did. Right click, chat. Yep, right copy. So give me 1 second here. Now, can you guys see if you have a task under like schematic design right now in the design development under schematic design? That's not true. So what you do, you click on it and you outdent it. Can you guys see that? That's how you outdent it. Indent, outdent, and everything else. And then when you're done with these tasks, you have to link all the big category. Look at these. So I need to link these stages together. So you come over here and link them. Can you guys see how when you're done with the schematic design, it will start the design development? And so forth. And when are we starting? And also all of them are auto, right? We did them auto. What was the design development here? Final plans here. The outcome for this stage was final plans. Right click here, paste it, final plans. So, and then if I need the resources for this, double click on it. Here's click on resources. Chad is still there, put it as a resource on this task. Okay. Can I trust you guys to keep going on it? If they're not linked, right, just put the information there and I can help you link it and unlink it and what's not. But the bottom line, guys, is everything have to be linked. So make sure everything, the tasks, like you come over here, see that? All these have to be linked. All these have to be linked. So when you minimize, look at what happened when you minimize the tasks. Jay, can you see how the phases are linked down? Not only the tasks are linked, the phases are linked. When a task done, the other will start, and when a phase is done, the other phase will start. Okay? Can I trust that you can guys monkey around with that? Okay. The last thing I want to show you guys, you keep going exactly the same way, copy, paste, and type this information. I'm going to bring your attention to the construction here. Can I have your attention, please, because you're my favorite friends here. I want to bring your attention to the construction, rough end. Brandon, in the rough end, look what I'm going to do. For my rough end, I have rough end power and lighting building, rough end low voltage, rough end switch gear, rough end site. I want you to see, that's okay. On the rough end, look how rough end under construction, rough end inspection under construction, installation and construction is under project. Okay, but I want to bring you to the resources and the link. Look at the resources that we're using. This is important, guys. I have 3 teams. Can you guys see that? Here's crew number 1. Is made out of 1 journeyman and apprentice 1 and 2. I have crew number 2 made out of journeyman 2 and apprentice 3 and 4, and crew number 3 and made out of journeyman 3 and apprentice 5 and 6. I have 9 people in this project. Now remember, we moved from the design to the construction now. In the design, you guys are the designer. On the construction side, I have 9 people, and I divided them as following: crew 1, crew 2, crew 3. For crew 1, this is journeyman 1, journeyman 2, journeyman 3, it's just names. With this guy, I have apprentice 1 and 2. With this one, apprentice 3 and 4, apprentice 5 and 6. These are just names. Basically, they're all apprentices. 9 people work on this project. And I divided them so I can manage them. The last thing you want to do, guys, is to have 15 people in one crew. They're stepping on each other. So we typically divide them in teams of 3. By Brandon, by law in the state of Minnesota, when you do electrical work, you can't have more than 2 apprentices working under 1 journeyman. So you can't have 3 apprentices. If you have 3 apprentices, what do you need to do? Add another journeyman. So that's the bare minimum. Now, if you go to hunt, sometimes you guys have 1 apprentice to a journeyman. That's okay, but we're doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum is 2 apprentices, which is cheap, to a journeyman, which is expensive. And we make him 1 crew. Crew 1 journeyman, knows what he's doing. 2 apprentices will help him, and we assign a task for them. When they're done, we move them to a different task, and a 3rd task, and a 4th task. So do me a favor, can you guys see how all these tasks started at the same time? Do you see why they started at the same time? Now, do you think crew 1 should not wait for crew 2 to finish? If you assign them properly, you put them in a way they're working on 2 different things so they don't step on each other too. Long story short, Alex, this is correct, Alex. When it comes to the construction, guys, the link start to finish does not work. It only works for the same crew. For example, look at this. I have crew. Can you guys see here on this side right here? Can you guys see crew 1 and crew 1 here? Now those guys, this have to finish before this starts. Crew 1 task with crew 1 task have to be start to finish. But crew 1 task and crew 2 tasks, they can start to start. They can start at the same time. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Do you understand that one? Okay. So please pay attention a lot to the construction. When it comes to linking that, and I can help you link it this way, guys. So for example, crew 1, crew 2, and crew 3, these 3 tasks, they don't need to be linked with each other. They have to be linked with everything above them. They have to, but not with each other. If you guys, when you reach that one, if you made a mistake, we'll unlink him and relink him again. But just pay attention to that one. 3 crews, but then when crew 1 finished, I took him to a task, another task here. Now I have to link this with this. Why? Because it's the same crew doing it. And the same thing if you guys go down, this is construction under finishing. Can you guys see the same thing when we do the finishing? They all start at the same time. You don't have to finish at the same time. Crew 2 finished, so they go home or whatever you want to do with them. And then crew 3 finished here. I assigned to crew 3 another task to start there. So how we see, guys, how we link these 2 together because they're done. Oh, this is crew 1. This is wrongly linked. I'm sorry. This is wrong here. If this was a crew 1, do you guys think you need to? Crew 1 have to be linked with crew 1, so it should be linked right here. I'll help you guys. But remember, if the same crew doing 2 tasks, they have to be linked start to finish. That's the keyword. Yes, thank you. Unless you can clone yourself, you can't be in 2 places at the same time. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with this and let you work on this. This is due on Friday, so we have today and tomorrow, guys, to finish it. Cool? If you're done by tomorrow, we'll do some Revit. So I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to do Revit today. Let you work on it. Is that cool? And why don't you guys putz around with it and let me know if you need help.
There I am. Look at it.
Do me a favor before you leave. before I let you guys run. File save. For those of you, and I know Jim, I'm picking on you. File, start, before we start, file, save please, save as. So you don't save as. This is going to be a commercial project schedule, or call it whatever you want to call it. Does it default to commercial project schedule? And make sure that it's in your team folder. So you're going to go to desktop and shoot yourself all the way, guys, into your team folder. You guys know how to do that, right? Here you go. Team folder, all the way to team folder. When you go there, this is commercial. Go under commercial. You're going to go under schedule. Can you guys see where it says Microsoft schedule? Where is it? Project schedule. Can you guys see project schedule in your team folder? You should. Project schedule. And please save it right there on the network for me. Save as or save. It doesn't matter. I don't know if save will put it on your desktop. Save it.
Save as is more, sometimes save it doesn't save the right spot.
Yeah. So I always, when you start any project, guys, save as, then you know where you're saving. But if you save, it might throw it on your documents and you can't find where it is. Save as and put it on, yep, project schedule, yep. Doesn't have that folder?
Not the one inside project schedule.
You should, maybe you're in the wrong folder.
Commercial,
Let me see.
Commercial semester.
for folders.
You know what? I think you're in inspector folder. You're in inspector folder? Oh,
What should we name it?
Project schedule.
Yep.
Shouldn't there be a folder in here?
No, you have to put the folder. Close it.
I just made Microsoft project.
Oh, where did you put it?
I just made a folder to Microsoft.
Can you do me a favor? Click on that. Oh, you already opened it. You can't cut it. Well, eventually, can you move it there? Yeah, and delete your.
Now, what's the folder here supposed to say?
It's already there. It's already set for you.
What else did we need to?
Go back. Yeah. When you're done, yeah, double click on that one and save this file in here.
Oh, what did you name it?
It's already there. Oh, you name it commercial project schedule.
Oh, I just gotta read it. Okay, that's right. I thought there was a folder that said commercial.
No, the name of the file.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, can I trust you that you can pick
We're
what
gonna
you
go to
want?
happy place. Happy place. I'm gonna go work in my happy place.
All right, gentlemen.